What is up, everybody? How's it going? My name's Cody.
Not saying it's going to be easy. You see, the grind, it never really is, but it's not meant to be. It's for us, the motivated, the determined, the ones who are building, gaining, and finding strength and self-reliance. Let's go.
Okay, so this is kind of an interesting topic, but it's one that I've been able to kind of explore in this last just quick little moment, and it's something that I didn't necessarily realize that I had learned, or I had put so much of like personal growth into, and it's the ability to say no, the ability to turn down opportunities, to basically disallow people, or to reorient myself in my life to opportunities that serve me. And so how this plays out, I really feel like I learned that during 75 Hard. It really teaches you how to trust yourself, how to understand what you will and will not tolerate. But I had a friend who recently he had an ex-girlfriend, and she basically tried to re-enter his life. Now, my friend is in a happy relationship, and it's been several months, but this ex of his just kind of wasn't in a great spot in life. She hasn't really been doing what she needed to be doing to be an adult, right? Bless his heart, my friend is, to a fault, one of the nicest, most genuine, wholehearted people that I have ever met, and you could ask for the shirt off his back and he would gladly give it to you. And that's both to his detriment and both to his accolade, right? But in his life, how this is manifesting, in this moment at least, is this ex of his recognizes that, and she's kind of a parasite. She recognizes that he's not going to say no because he genuinely cares for other people and humans and connection, and he finds it difficult to say no. I spent a lot of time kind of putting myself in his shoes and processing through if an ex reached out to me, and I think the strange thing that I struggle to wrap my brain around is I don't let people stay in my life. And I know that sounds super callous, but if we date, if I give a part of myself, if I open myself up and it doesn't work out, I can't just go back to being friends. And to be true to myself, I can't lie and pretend like I am. And so as a product, I just have to walk away. And it's more painful in the moment, and healing takes a lot longer, but the growth that comes from it is substantially larger. And I think that's something that my buddy hasn't had the opportunity to experience. And this all came about because he reached out to me and we were chatting, and he was just trying to figure out what to do. This all kind of came to a head when she needed a place to stay for the evening, and he ended up letting her stay in that spare bedroom. And man, that just doesn't make me feel great, because she knows that it's putting him in a terrible position. He's a grown man in a new relationship that he's trying to foster and grow and build, and she knows that he's not going to say no because he's a kind-hearted person, and I hate that for him. And I tried to put myself in those shoes. I tried to empathize with his position. I tried to understand her position, and I think, there's a point when we have to just say no. We can't save the whole world. We just can't. And though I at my core want to make the world a better place. I want to make sure everyone is taken care of. I can't do that by myself, and I shouldn't be expected to. So for my buddy, my advice to him was, you need to take a hard stance. You need to explain to her that that is unacceptable. You have to draw appropriate boundaries. Because if you don't draw them now, when are you going to draw them? Are you going to draw them when she's decided to move in? That's weird. How is that going to affect your current relationship? Are you going to draw them when something else happens, when she starts asking for money or food or things like that, that maybe resources are tight in your own life? When is enough enough? And the unfortunate part is, and I hate to be so cynical, but a lot of times people are just seeking what you will give them. If you give a mouse a cookie, right? And that's something that I had learned while I worked in customer success and I was dealing with clients, and you would do one small thing for them that was maybe above and beyond. And then all of a sudden, that was the expectation. I also learned that, and it kind of bit me in the butt when I had a couple graphic design clients that I did extra work and I didn't bill them for it, and I didn't denote that I was doing it, and then projects moving forward, they expected that, and it cut into my bottom line, and it was just something that was not helping me move and helping me grow. So truly at its core, we have to be able to understand what we are going to tolerate, what we are going to accept, what are we going to decide is appropriate for helping people. I'm not saying that he couldn't offer to help find a place to stay. I'm not saying he couldn't help offer a little food or this or that, but I don't think he needed to be her savior. I don't think he needed to take the burden of another adult and put it on his shoulders, because that's not his child, that's not his girlfriend, that's not his responsibility. I don't know if you in your life right now are finding yourself having to shoulder the burden of someone that is not your responsibility, but truly the hardest thing that you can do is sometimes set that boundary, explain where the line is, hold fast to that line. And it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be difficult. There's gonna be hurt feelings, and it's gonna put them probably in a pretty bad position for a second, but they're probably gonna grow from it. They're probably going to be better. I know in my own life, when I found myself in some of just the worst positions, mentally, financially, when people told me no, when people walked away, when people didn't just give it to me, it forced me to be self-reliant. It forced me to find solutions, and it forced me to grow, and that's how I became who I am today. Sometimes those hard conversations are just that. They're hard, they suck, they're gonna hurt. You might cry at the end of them, but they have to be done sometimes, guys. And as sucky as that is, sometimes that's how we make things better. That's how we make people better. That's how we make the world better. By instilling accountability to self. And that's what I told my friend. I don't know how this situation is going to end, but all he knows is that I am on his side. I am his teammate. I will do just about anything for him. But I need him to do just about anything for himself. I need him to rally behind his self, his mission, and his boundaries. And And maybe it'll take another conversation, maybe it'll take some coaching. Maybe I'll just have to kind of walk away and let him figure it out on his own. That's about me finding my own boundary in the moment. But however it shakes out, that's what needs to be done. I hope you guys enjoyed that little life lesson, that little chat, that little conversation. If it like struck a chord, if it hit you hard, if you feel like that was something that you needed to hear, or you know someone in your life that might need to hear it, go ahead and do me a favor, write a comment in the bottom. Let me know, what are your thoughts, what are your feelings? How are you going to be better about setting boundaries? Guys, we can do this. We can make the world better. We can make ourselves better. But we have to trust in ourselves. We have to set boundaries. We have to live healthy lives through our own expectations. And we can't just give everything to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for following along. I hope I'm able to give you just a little bit of value. I'll see you guys next time.